Welcome to Dose Brain. Unhealthy patterns in relationships can often slip under our radar. They're toxic behaviors. Today we'll explore 8 such behaviors. These behaviors, while seemingly insignificant on their own, can build up over time to create a hostile and destructive environment. They can sneakily undermine trust, respect, and even love. We'll delve into each of these behaviors, helping you recognize them and understand their impact. Because after all, the key to change starts with awareness. Recognizing these behaviors is the first step towards healthier and more fulfilling relationships. First on our list is a lack of communication. Communication is the lifeblood of any relationship. It's the way we express our thoughts, feelings, desires, and concerns to our partner. It's how we understand and connect with each other. But what happens when this crucial element is missing? Imagine you're trying to assemble a puzzle, but you're missing a handful of pieces. No matter how hard you try, you can't complete the picture. The puzzle in this case is your relationship, and the missing pieces are the unexpressed thoughts and feelings. When we don't communicate, we leave room for misunderstandings and assumptions. We start to fill in the gaps in our knowledge with our own narratives, which may not be accurate. This can lead to resentment, frustration, and conflict. We may feel unheard, misunderstood, or unimportant. Our partner may feel the same. This can erode the trust and closeness in a relationship, leaving both parties feeling disconnected and unhappy. So remember, don't let silence become the loudest sound in your relationship. Speak up, listen, understand, and connect. Good communication is the bedrock of a healthy relationship. Next up, we have emotional manipulation. This can be a subtle, yet incredibly damaging form of toxic behavior. It's often hidden behind sweet words and seemingly caring gestures, making it all the more insidious. But let's not be fooled. The ultimate goal of emotional manipulation is to control or use the other partner. Emotional manipulation can come in many forms. It could be guilt-tripping, playing the victim, or even gaslighting, where one partner tries to make the other question their own reality and sanity. The result? The manipulated partner may feel confused, disoriented, and constantly questioning their own decisions, feelings, and worth. The tragedy is that emotional manipulation can erode self-esteem, breed self-doubt, and create a power imbalance in the relationship. It's a slow poison that suffocates the joy and authenticity that should define a relationship. Remember, a relationship should be a place of mutual respect, love, and support, where both partners feel free to express their feelings without fear. It should be a safe space, a place where you feel understood and appreciated, not a battlefield where you're constantly manipulated and used. A relationship should be a place of support, not manipulation. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like for more videos like these. Breach of trust is another toxic behavior that can harm a relationship. Trust is the cornerstone of any relationship. It's like the foundation of a house. It holds everything else up. When trust is strong, it creates a safe and supportive environment where love can flourish. But when trust is breached, it's as if that foundation crumbles. The effects of betraying trust can be devastating. It can lead to feelings of insecurity, doubt, and pain. It can cause one to question not just the relationship, but also their own judgment. Trust, once broken, isn't something that can be easily restored. It takes time, patience, and a genuine commitment to rebuilding what was lost. And the truth is, sometimes, despite all efforts, trust can't be fully mended. That's because trust isn't just about believing in someone else, it's about feeling safe with them. When that safety is compromised, it changes the dynamics of the relationship. So remember, when trust is breached, it doesn't just damage the relationship, it damages the people in it. Trust once broken can take a long time to mend. Constant criticism is another behavior that can turn a relationship toxic. It's like a slow drip on the rock of self-esteem, eroding it bit by bit. Each critique, each negative comment, chips away at a person's confidence until they're left questioning their worth, their abilities, even their very identity. And it's not just about the big things, it's the small, seemingly insignificant criticisms that can do the most damage. The offhand remark about a choice of outfit, the sarcastic comment about a meal that didn't turn out perfect, the implied dissatisfaction with a decision made. These little barbs can burrow deep, creating insecurities and doubts that persist long after the words have faded. This isn't to say that criticism in general is bad. Constructive criticism can be a powerful tool for growth and improvement. It can help us see our blind spots, recognize our mistakes, and strive to be better. But there's a world of difference between constructive criticism and constant criticism. The former builds up, the latter tears down. The former is given with love and respect, the latter is dished out without thought for the recipient's feelings. Constructive criticism is healthy, but constant criticism just tears a person down. A lack of respect is another behavior that can poison a relationship. Respect is the cornerstone of any relationship, forming the basis of trust, understanding, and love. When respect dwindles, it can open the door to contempt and conflict. It starts subtly, from talking over your partner to disregarding their feelings and opinions. This lack of respect can manifest in many ways. It could be dismissing your partner's thoughts during a conversation or not valuing their time. It could also be about not honoring the boundaries they've set. In the end, it's about seeing your partner as less than and unequal in the relationship. It's important to remember that everyone deserves respect, regardless of the situation. It's about recognizing and appreciating your partner's individuality, their feelings, and their boundaries. It's about treating them as an equal, someone whose thoughts, feelings, and experiences are as valid and important as yours. Respect isn't just about big gestures, it's also about the small, everyday things. It's about listening to your partner when they speak, valuing their opinions, and acknowledging their feelings. It's about being considerate of their time and their boundaries. So cherish your relationship by respecting your partner in every possible way. Respect your partner's boundaries, feelings, and individuality. Controlling behavior is another toxic trait that can harm a relationship. This form of toxicity can be subtle, often masquerading as concern or love. But beneath the surface, it's a ploy to dominate and suffocate the other person, stripping them of their individuality. Imagine being told what to wear, who to meet, where to go, or even what to think. It's like living under a microscope, constantly being scrutinized. This can lead to one partner feeling trapped, their every move dictated by the other. It's an infringement on personal freedom, and it can cause immense emotional strain. Control can also be disguised as protectiveness. It's one thing to care for your partner's well-being, but it's entirely different when this concern becomes a tool for manipulation. It's not about protection anymore, it's about power. Remember, a relationship should be a partnership, a dance of equals. Each partner should have the freedom to express themselves, to make choices, to live their life. Control is not love. It's important to allow your partner to have their own space and freedom. Neglect or indifference towards your partner is another toxic behavior. It's like a slow poison that seeps into the relationship, often unnoticed until the damage is done. Imagine feeling invisible, insignificant, or unimportant in your own relationship. It's a cold and lonely place to be. Neglect can manifest in various ways. It could be as simple as not listening when your partner speaks, or as significant as forgetting special dates or neglecting their emotional needs. It's not about grand gestures, but the small, consistent acts of love that build a strong bond. When one's needs are consistently ignored, it can lead to feelings of loneliness and rejection. Being neglected can make your partner question their worth and the value they bring into the relationship. It can also create a widening chasm of disconnect between the two of you, making it harder to bridge the gap with time. So let's remember, it's not just about saying "I love you," but showing it through our actions. It's about being present, being attentive, and showing your partner that they are valued and loved. It's important to show your partner that you care and that they matter to you. Last but not least, we have jealousy and envy. These two emotions, while natural to some extent, can become highly destructive when they take the wheel in a relationship. Jealousy, often stemming from insecurity, can lead to suspicion and mistrust, causing tension between partners. Envy, on the other hand, can breed resentment and dissatisfaction, making one or both partners feel undervalued or overlooked. The key here is balance. A little bit of jealousy may even be healthy, showing that you care. But when it becomes a constant companion, it can quickly turn into possessiveness and control. Similarly, feeling envious of your partner's achievements isn't wrong. It becomes a problem when it leads to bitterness or makes you undermine their success. Remember, a relationship is about being each other's cheerleaders, not competitors. It's important to trust your partner and not let jealousy cloud your judgment. So there you have it, the 8 toxic behaviors that can harm a relationship. Let's quickly recap them. First, we talked about the lack of communication, a silent killer of relationships that can create a void of misunderstanding and confusion. Then, we delved into emotional manipulation, a behavior that can lead to an unhealthy power dynamic. This was followed by the breach of trust, a fundamental pillar in any relationship, whose violation can lead to irreparable damage. We also discussed constant criticism, a behavior that can erode self-esteem and breed resentment. Following that, we examined the lack of respect, an essential element for maintaining the dignity and self-worth of both parties involved in a relationship. Next, we highlighted controlling behavior, a toxic trait that can suffocate the other person's freedom and individuality. We then went on to neglect, a behavior that can make one feel unimportant and unloved. Last but not least, we looked at jealousy and envy, emotions that, when unchecked, can lead to possessiveness and a lack of trust. It's crucial to remember that these behaviors are not just harmful but toxic, and recognizing them is the first step towards addressing them. It's about understanding and acknowledging these behaviors to promote healthier, happier relationships. Remember, the first step towards a healthier relationship is recognizing these behaviors. Stay aware, stay healthy.